just to give you a quick comparison to what's happening now with COVID-19 or the coronavirus and what happened just 2 years ago. Just 2 years ago was a bad flu season. It was the worst flu season since 2009. So that was the flu season of 2017, 2018. That flu season resulted in almost 1 million hospitalizations from the flu and 61,099 deaths, over 61,000 deaths. Now, I think last year was 35,000 or 38,000 deaths. I forgot the number off the top of my head. I know it was 30-something thousand. But even so, you're looking at today with this COVID-19, there's been 100 deaths so far, less than 100 deaths so far, of COVID-19 in the entire United States. So that's like a tiny, tiny fraction of what would happen here. Even if you look at the cruise ship that had the COVID-19 on it, it showed less than a 1% death rate, even among people who are older. So now it's a possibility this is a bad flu. There's a lot of possibilities. I also want to reference that you should go over to BitChute if you want to get real information. I'm just going to put this out on YouTube and BitChute. But tuberculosis in 2017, there were 1.6 million deaths. Now that's worldwide. In the United States, there's not that much problem with tuberculosis, but I should point out there's been a number of people that have come over through the border illegally that have uncurable tuberculosis. And this was over, this is not recently, but recently within the last few years, not like recently in the last few months. And those are stories out there, and there was absolutely no panic about that. No response, none of that. Just bring in more and more and more. Even if you look at right now, if you look at the COVID outbreak, whatever it is, it closely mimics the sanctuary cities. Maybe, maybe not. That has some relation, but maybe, maybe not. But I could just tell you that the COVID virus, the COVID-19 coronavirus, whatever you want to call it, whatever label they use, is very small, very minuscule compared to an average flu season. So for them to have this reaction, this is actually crushing the economy. It's probably all by design, and who the hell knows. I'm going to just post this real quick here on YouTube, but there's going to be emphasis if you want to go see my channel on BitChute. There's going to be other videos up there that will not be on YouTube, and we'll get into some other details. I'm not worried about this in the least. What I'm worried about is a reaction. There might be forced vaccinations. Gates has talked about that. And we're going to talk about other things on BitChute. YouTube has become a platform of, the elite, basically, or whatever you want to call it. It's a publisher. It's not a platform. It's a publisher. YouTube is a publisher. They filter and editorialize all the content that's in it. It's still being, judged as and being regarded as a internet free and open forum, but it's definitely not. The community that flags the videos often is the ADL or somebody else like that, and not exactly like the ADL, but say some other group that is representing special interests. It's not a broad-based community. Susan's a bunch of garbage, man. I'll tell you right now. But the thing is, there's other information I could put out there I think is more unique, but I have to put it on BitChute, okay? But this, just for YouTube, and who the hell knows, they probably don't like this. It's common sense. I mean, this is not something I'm making up. It's a freaking fact. 2 years ago, we had all the markets going up. Everything was fine and rosy, and we had a severe flu season that was the worst since 2009. So I guess 2009 was even worse, right? You didn't hear nothing even back in 2009 about shutting everything down because of a flu, right? Well, look at this. This is ridiculous. This, we have 2 years ago we had over 61,000 deaths from the flu alone in the United States only. In the United States only, almost 1 million hospitalizations from the flu in the United States only. We got less than 100 deaths from this COVID in the whole United States, and it's locking everything down and causing a financial crash, which may have something to do with, well, I'll go into other things on BitChute, but that'll be a little later on today or tonight or whatever, or tomorrow. And I got a PayPal on BitChute. I like if various people could do small contributions, that would be great, because it depends on how things go here. there could be a serious money-making opportunity with all this garbage because what I'm thinking, I want to stay on doing the videos, but I'm considering that all these people are now they're staying home from work. There's going to be a lot of freaking super serious job opportunities out there for me. And, if I don't get financial support on BitChute or through this, I may not be doing this because I'll be taking my own financial opportunities, which is working someplace because they can't find people they got people staying home or they retired early or all this other crap. It's going to give me a financial boon. So I might not stay doing these videos. Now this video is not going to be what I consider the inside nitty gritty stuff. It's just a common sense thing I'm throwing out here. So, and I would like to see some widespread financial support, but I don't want, I'd rather see people do small amounts because I don't want them to feel like they're paying a lot to help me out or whatever the hell it is. But because I keep thinking about all the gobs of money I could be making instead of doing this shit. I'm telling you right now, man. And right now, I think there's even more money for me right now because all these people, they're not showing up to work, man. I'm like, holy shit, the roads are freaking empty and everything. I'm like, God, this is bullshit. I ain't worried about this crap. I have all this equipment that can knock out any kind of freaking disease there is. And it's not just equipment, it's herbs. I got buckets of vitamin C. I can make liposomol homemade. I mean, I got all kinds of crap, man. I mean, I went over this on a gazillion other videos I got on YouTube right now. So, but this is a game. This is to bring down it. Well, we can't go down these conspiracy trails right now. They're not conspiracies. No way. No. I can read right through these jerks like freaking 2 seconds flat. I'm gonna start pulling in my my Rothschild DNA. I got Rothschild DNA, man. I tell you, my third great granddaddy, more than very likely, was Lionel Nathan Rothschild. I'm a direct descendant of that guy, and I lean very heavily Jewish. I do, but I'm not liking Susan. I'm telling you that right now. And I don't like Bill Gates. Hell no. And I don't like Chucky Schumer either. That don't mean I'm liberal or some crap. It don't mean nothing. So, and this thing about tuberculosis, this is globally. Now, the other figure I gave you was USA. But globally, if you're bringing in all migrants and stuff, they got this. So this could create a freaking health crisis in the United States. They don't even screen these guys. They're supposed to, but they don't. But they never talk about this. They don't even this is bullshit. That's all I got to say. Anyway, over and out. See you on BitChute. Over and out. Bye.